YouTube, new family, what is going on? Daniel here for another video for the channel. I'm going to put this on both channels. I need to speak. I'm about to go back to Toronto. Right now I'm in Miami. You guys can see Brickell City Center behind me. I want to come here specifically to really feel, Miami, the energy, the vibrancy, how the people are, and also see if I'll really get my ego. These past few days have been good. 10 days in Ecuador I spent. I went to go surprise my grandfather. And well, after the fourth, fifth day, I saw myself getting out of power, and like massively compared to the first 2 days, very free. And now it's getting back to that high frequency state, which I always talk about. Right now I'm lower frequency, even disconnected a bit. Don't really feel the energy of people. Almost getting sold a feeling of Miami by the devil, like, oh, you should move here right away, and look at the cars, look at the people, and all this stuff. But yeah, it's really an example for those that watch the channel, will watch the channel in the future, that the choices you make and the positions you put yourself, situations you put yourself, will either raise your frequency or lower your frequency. And it's not something that is always what you want. Meaning, you'll have to sacrifice some time with people, not because of who they are or that they're better than them. It's just your frequency can only be matched really by your angel, your soulmate, your twin flame, and anybody else that helps you grow. So people that have that awareness that this is all a spiritual game and they want to grow, that's a frequency, that's the highest frequency. Someone that wants to grow, wants to shed their ego every day and keep doing that. And if people around you don't see that, don't see you, or don't see your power, unfortunately their frequency is gonna drop yours and get you in a place where you are disconnecting, overthinking in your head, trying to control, trying to get a feeling from places you go, like Miami. And yeah, it's a path. But like I said, haven't spoken in a while. I think it's like 6 days. It feels like a month. But yeah, God gave me the ability to be here, which is perfect. In my head, I was going to control and try to get people to interview them and all these different things, but it's not the time. You can't force things that are God's. If you try to force or try to rush or try to control, it's the devil. So if I went out, in low frequency and was interviewing people, they wouldn't feel the connection. I wouldn't be able to open them up and then actually talk to their soul. It would just be ego to ego connection, and that would really remove the whole point of this channel, which is helping people to realize their soul, no matter what they have, whether you have a Lamborghini, whether you have a Toyota, whether you have a mansion, whether you have a bungalow, it doesn't matter. You're not that thing. God bless you with that thing, or the devil bless you with that thing, but realize that you are not that thing. So if I ask somebody who are they, they'll usually say things like, yeah, the money they make or whatever they drive. But who are you is spiritual. Who are you is your habits. Who are you is the things, the intangible things, the things that people don't see but you feel within you. That connection to the spirit, the fountain, the source, and who you are as a person. All these intangibles, like I said, that people aren't going to really be able to grasp, and they're not tangible and they can't see them, but you feel them, and it's something that has more power than the things around you. Because yeah, those things around you, if you have money, one day it can take it away. Then who are you? Are you still money? Are you gonna start scrambling and you need to prove yourself with numbers, or are you a person that proves themselves or is who they are based off their habits, how they treat others, giving their gifts, how you live, if you live in fear, if you live in control, like all these things are the meaning of who are you. But it's something, like I said, that this path, this 0.01% lifestyle, which I speak off on here, and I've been showing for close to a year and a half, 14, 15 months now, is what I practice. Even me, sometimes I can make the wrong choices, not willingly, or not trying to, but just because of being nice, you could say, trying to please others. That's another way you disconnect. Pleasing other people is what lowers your frequency. So that's something that I'm learning and I need to cut out, especially if I want to grow massively and help the people I'm going to help, because it is God's plan. I'm going to help thousands, probably millions of people, and it all is about making the right choices, staying in that high frequency, and everything gets attracted as a consequence. God does not want you to be in lack, does not want you to be poor, you could say, externally. He wants to give you that abundance that is for you, not too much, not too little, but perfect for you and what you can handle. But it all comes preparing yourself for those things. So I mentioned in the video, or I prepare myself for my angel, and I believe, that she is here, that she has come, and now it's, preparing myself for other things, the abundance, you can say, of the money and things like that. That's all going to come. I have no rush towards that. I'm not, trying to chase that, because there was a point where I was chasing that and was losing myself. And like I said, I didn't know who I was. I thought it was a feeling of money, or I thought it was a feeling of business, or a feeling of whatever it is, cigars, or back when I was in that place. But it's really fake. It's your ego that tries to make you control and be something that you're not. So it's something that I've been reflecting on, and see now that trips will be off the board until God tells me when. I had a trip planned to Colombia, and I'm actually going to remove that in December, because for me, I just want to stay in rhythm. I want to keep hitting the habits, waking up before 5 every day, training macros, not drinking, no vices, speaking, the church, new family, the channel, interviewing people, making the right choices, getting outside of my comfort zone, attacking fear. All these things are hard to keep in the, you could say, routine when you're traveling consistently. You're trying to try new things. You're not able to have an actual, say, controlled environment. But yeah, it's something that I'm going to practice. And it's going to be hard, because there'll be times where maybe I start to create stories about the weather and all these things. I haven't traveled in a long time, but it's fighting all those things, what the ego wants, and doing what the spirit wants, the soul wants, and that is what's going to help me grow. That's going to bring all the things that I mentioned when it is time. And yeah, who knows? Maybe go bring Miami one day. But like I said, I have to remove that feeling that Miami can give me, or anything can give me, whether it's Italy, Miami, Dubai, all these places that try to sell you the feeling of living there, but that's going to trap you. That's going to keep you close to the devil. And if you move anywhere, it has to be in peace. It's not because you want a feeling from it. It's not because you want to show off on your social media and say, oh, I live in Miami and I live in this place and blah blah blah. That's ego. You want to do something because it gives you energy, gives you frequency, gives you peace. It's for you. God's doing it for you. You wake up every day and you get more energy from it. You're not attached to it. You can let it go whenever. These are things that you have to begin to practice and see. But yeah, I'm just glad that I can see the growth. Even though, like I said, it's a bit disconnected, lower frequency from the past few days, I still see the growth in terms of how my soul reacts to things. I could see attractive, beautiful women walking around. I see supercars here, especially in Brickell. If you guys know Brickell, it's it's like the most high volume probably area in Miami. You can see the noise and money and cars and women and stuff like that. But yeah, it's crazy the work that I've done and how I react to those things now compared to before, where I would just lose myself and be staring at people and like, oh my God, the feeling of this, and I need this, and oh my God, like when can I have this, and like you lose yourself. But staying in your own power and enjoying it, because it's something you can enjoy. Like I said, God does not want you to be in lack and you to be not giving faith in terms of your fruits. He will give you the fruits when you're ready, not when you want to chase it or you want it right now to get a feeling or show the world something. It's when you're ready, when it gives you peace, when it gives you frequency, and when you don't need it. So yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy a bit now. Like I said, I want to make this video to, I guess, announce that we're back in rhythm. We're back doing the things that we need to do. And yeah, I enjoyed my trip. We got time with family, but now it's, getting back close to the source, making the right choices, and seeing where He takes me. It's all about being guided, letting the Holy Spirit guide you, and not trying to control and rush things that aren't for you. So God is truly great. You guys will see through His channel the things that He helps me do, because the times where I'm connected, I'm aligned, and speaking and flowing, it's not me. It sounds like ego, but it really isn't me. It's just letting the Holy Spirit work through me, and it's taken a long time to do that. But step by step, we get closer to God. Things like baptism are going to be coming up as well for me personally. Something I did when I was smaller, when I was in the Catholic faith, but now being a Christian, it's something I want to choose willingly and connect. And then marriage as well. It's the second step. So step by step, we keep adding things, but you guys will be along for the journey. The new family, like I said in the past, is inspired by Jesus when He was preaching, and they told Him that your mother and brother are here, and He's like, who are my brother? Who is that? My mother and brother are the people that follow the will of God, the people that I'm preaching to, and then they absorb what I'm saying and follow the will of God. Those are my brothers and sisters. That's why I call it the new family. People that respond to this or are attracted by this, get the energy, the frequency from this, is because you're chosen. You're meant for something bigger, and maybe the family you have now is not inspiring you to do that, or they're holding you back, or they're trying to control and they don't see your gift. But know that I see your gift, and yeah, I want people in this channel, this community that are practicing their purpose, their gifts, you know, shedding fear, attacking fear, removing ego, and all these different things. So, like I said, I will be the one that practices what I preach, and now it's about making my choices and getting back to high frequency state, which is the key. But every day is a reset. Every day you have to, you know, keep pushing harder and harder to connect, and everything else is perfect. So we'll leave it here. Thank you guys for, you know, the support. Like and subscribe. Comment below as well if you want to see anything specific. But we're gonna go back to interviewing very soon. Yeah, if I had more time here, I would definitely do it here. But my flight's in about an hour, so well, I'll have to be there in an hour, and then the flight's in about 3 hours. So we'll leave it here. God bless, guys. And like I said, it's gonna be on the new family and also my personal channel, which I'll put in the new family description, and then vice versa. So God bless, guys. Much love. And like I said, keep killing the fear. Keep following your purpose. It's spiritual. It's not physical. And you'll feel it. And you know, that thing, that gut feeling, is the Holy Spirit. It's your conscience. So follow that, and that will take you where you need to be, and then you'll have peace doing what you need to do. So God bless. Much love. And as always, until next time, your soul, your spirit, I believe in you. I have faith in you. Keep killing it.